Alright guys, how's it going? Assignment 3. So as far as the Stanley Parable goes, I actually really enjoyed playing it another time after I kind of took a step back from it and didn't play it for a while, because it gave me a new perspective on what the actual goal of the game is, and it made me realize that there's, in my opinion, a lot of different goals based on whatever you want your goal to be. Your goal could be, to figure out the point of the game, or to figure out how to stay alive, or to figure out, how can I get him to turn off this mind control system, or how can I get him out of the office. There's, the narrator's way for you to win is to stay alive, but your idea of winning could be, just figuring out what's being hidden from you, or, how to stop them from controlling you in the future, which I guess essentially is winning in their terms too. But it seems like it's a lot more about the decisions that you make during the game than the outcome of the actual game, because there are definitely consequences to, your choices, and most of them end in death unless you follow the narrator perfectly. But I just think that the goal is different for each person that plays it. But if I had to say the goal of the actual game, it would be to survive. But unless you follow along, strictly, if you pretty much go off and do what you want, can be a lot more fun, at least I thought, you're probably going to die. My idea for a game, I'm really into the outdoors and backpacking and adventures and all this stuff. So my game is kind of based off of like a Bear Grylls scenario. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that TV show, where you're kind of stranded in the wild and you have to figure out how to survive. So almost like Stanley Parable in that sense of figuring out how to get out or whatever. But it's a lot, more complicated than that, because there's multiple ways that you can use your knowledge of the outdoors or your resources around you to survive. It's not like you have to follow one strict path, otherwise you're going to end up dead 90% of the time. It's like there's multiple ways to escape, and the possibilities are endless, but you kind of have to use your own resources. It would be a first-person game. You could pick different wilderness areas or scenarios or climates, things like that, to be stuck in, that you have to try to escape. But if I had to say that if the Stanley Parable, I would say that the Stanley Parable is definitely a game because it meets the 4 requirements. It was really, I really enjoyed playing it a second time better because I knew how the game worked. I had a better understanding of all these things, and I could kind of form a lot better of an opinion. Thanks.